All right, good evening. It's about 9:30. It's the Sunday, the 10th, I believe, of December. I'm gonna get started with the euro in a 15-minute. I'm gonna try to make this short and simple. If anything that I see on the dollar pairs is going to be an up along basically in the euro, that looks a bit promising if it can break the 1790 resistance level. Last Friday when I posted a video with my 15-minute chart, I was anticipating support at 1725 to go long, and it held at 1730. So I went long at 1740, and as you can see right now, I'm up about 43 pips. And throughout, once the Euro time zone opens in the next couple of hours, I'm expecting a break above this resistance level, and from there it should also go above 1810. If it goes above 1810, that's actually when, if you're not in the trade, that's when a better buy to the upside will be more promising, because from 1810 the next level of resistance will be 1855. If it breaks 1790 but it fails to break 1810, well, most likely prices may continue lower, and this 1730 may be in jeopardy. So just keep that in mind with the euro. Just to look at it on the larger time frame on some Elliott counts, if this is the end of 4, you can look at this in a couple of ways. So I've kind of been playing with this. I originally had this as a 1, a 2, and then this is 1 of 3, and then this is 2 of 3. The problem with this over here at 1730 being wave 2 of 3 is that it's a deeper 2 of 3 than the actual wave 2. And when I see something like that, it makes me believe one or two things: that if this is the 1, this has to be the A with an expanded flat B here instead of my 1 of 3, and then now you have a A, B, C for 2 here, but this 2 will then be truncated. And if it's not truncated, then we'll expect lower prices. So that's why, another reason why I'm saying, if price fails to go above 1790, or at least and fails to go above 1810 actually, well then this will be, then most likely your count will be 1A instead of my 2B, and then you can do 1, 2. This will possibly be 3 here. Then you'll have wave 4, and then wave 5 will probably come down to about 1690, and then that will complete wave 2, and then you will have the move up from there. So just keep an eye out on that. There's nothing saying that it will continue to go up, and I always like to give an alternate and a primary count in both directions. So if price does continue and it does go above 1810, well then I can go out on a limb and say that this particular 1730 level will be the end of wave 2, and prices should continue, and you have a good long trend. The trend is down on the daily time frame, but it is up in all the rest of the time frames. So just keep an eye out on that. Now, if price does find resistance at the 1810 or somewhere in between 1790 and 1810, well then most likely you'll see another move to the downside that will probably find support at around 1690, somewhere around there. So I'm gonna move on from there. Just keep your eyes out on that. Over to the pound. Now I would like to say that price that wave 2 is done here, and that the current top of 136.58 is the top. The problem with that though is I continue to see too many spike ups, and that is a bit alarming. So then another alternate is that this is not the top. This is wave 3, and then this is wave 4. My 1 is you have a 1 here, you have a 2 here, then you have a 1, 2 where my B is, then a 3 where my 2 is. The 3 would be here at 35.49, and then you have a 4 here at 33.18, and now you're moving basically from a 1, 2, and then basically a 3 that will go above 36.50, 3 above the high, then a 4 and a 5. That will basically take you more towards, if you look at it on a weekly, let's see, if you look at it on the weekly, if it's penetrated, then you're looking at wave 4 ending more closer to 138. I don't like that as a wave 4 though, because this is, if you look at wave 2, wave 4 and wave 2, this would almost make me believe that this is not a 3, this is a 5, and wave 3 actually ended at about 127. Then wave 4 will be here at 134, and then this was 5. So this will be the start of an uptrend, basically, of where the pound will be strong and the dollar will be weak. So that's what it appears that way if price does continue, versus it being a wave 4. This will look like a leading diagonal wave 1, basically, not an ending diagonal wave 4. So keep that in mind. If the dollar starts to become a bit weaker, then the chances of the wave 4 being confirmed will be highly unlikely. But if we see a move that can go below 132, well then this top at 36.50 or whatever should hold. So I'll move on to the CAD on a weekly. So I'm doing pretty good on the CAD. I'm up 150 pips, and I still have this as the top of wave 1, WX, and then this is possibly the Y, but I don't see it being the Y. I kind of see this being the 3, and then the 4 basically, and then another move down to 15.50 or so. But for now, nothing is clear, and everything appeared. It was a risky trade, but it was a low risk when it came to the amount of money I put in. And I've already put my stop loss to add 100 pips. I've already taken out. So right now I'm only playing with about 50 pips. I've already got 100 off the table with a stop loss. So I am anticipating a move to the downside. This is why my stop loss is very high. But if it does continue up, at least I'm still in the game. So with that, I'll move over to my last chart of today's, and that's going to be the AUDUSD. Now this was the B, and then this is the 1, this is the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, for C for wave 4. Now it's possible that you can count 1, 2, 3 here, 4, and then possible 5 here, if not another move to about 74.50 or so for wave 5 of 1. At any event, it is coming to an end, and price should reverse either now or sometime soon, maybe this week. So if you are short, I would at least raise my stop, or lower my stop, I'm sorry, to around 75.50, right where my trend line is at. Because if it finds some resistance there, price may shoot back down to the levels that I was expecting. But if price does go above this particular trend line, then that's where I plan on taking a long scalp. So just keep your eye out on that market as well. And I believe that's going to do it for Sunday for me. I was looking at the pound New Zealand, but nothing's really crystal clear yet for me to actually do any updates on. And also the Euro Aussie. Even looking at the Euro Aussie, you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 1 maybe right here. So if anything, you should see a move to the downside, and possible was that 57.47, but it's just not a trade that I'm willing to risk right now. So I'll wait till I see something a little bit clearer in that market to take any trade. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that on. I'm gonna try to make these videos a little bit shorter. There's a lot of hype about this whole Bitcoin starting and going up to 18,000 and stuff, but it's going to have to consolidate. Nothing goes up. I mean, between that and the S&P, S&P's been going up since March of 09, you know, and not everything can continue to go up. So one thing about this Bitcoin hype is a lot of people who are amateurs, who don't even know anything about trading at all, are jumping in the game, and that's scary because they see something go up, they have no idea how to invest, how to trade, and they just buy. And the price currently on Bitcoin is continuing to rise, but trust me, it's going to have to consolidate. And once it does, I would love to start doing my analysis on that and eventually wait until the hype blows up and then get in on it. But right now, you got too much fresh money, too many amateurs, and it's just like in a real estate game when you got people coming in trying to flip houses and do quick flips and stuff like that. This is what everyone is doing with the whole Bitcoin thing. People are putting money in. They have no idea what they're doing. So I would definitely hang tight on that one. It's going to be a great market to eventually do some analysis on and see where it takes me. But this week, being that it's the first week of the being on the trade block, no thank you. Anyway, that's enough about me jabbering. So I hope you guys enjoy a wonderful week of trading. Keep an eye on that euro. I'll be focusing on that for the majority of the week. The pound, the Aussie, and I may come back with the yen and a couple other cross pairs. Happy trading.